I've been looking forward to this one since I saw it. It's definitely my kind of deal. All I really know is it's an open ish area and you explore. So that's all I really need. Let's go. Just making sure it was working. Yeah, there's a demo of it, but it froze on me, and I had played enough of it that I knew I wanted to play it. So don't really know much else about it. The ceremony. Looks like we're in a temple. I should head back to camp. Okay. Oh, there's a lot more than I would expect here. Clothing. Child's mask, a blank-looking mask worn by all children of the dunes. Most kids customize theirs for fun, but more traditional clans frown on that sort of self-expression. Dunes. Ibexi children's top. My old Ibexi top and hood. A hand-me-down from Yara. The scratchiness reminds me of home. Ibexi trousers. Comfy sandals for exploring sandy places. Easy to get sand out of, but not the best for climbing. It's interesting that they, for the character animations, they're using the, oh, hello. It's a rather large map. They're doing the Spider-Verse thing where the animations have less frames than like the whole rest of the game. All right, go back to camp. I did it. I'm a master of puzzles. Press A to jump. Climbing, move towards the wall to begin climbing. Keep an eye on your stamina. Okay, that's very Zelda. Suppose we're not going that way. Press L to crouch. It's cool. So we live in the dunes. Assuming this is random fantasy, not Earth, but I don't actually know. Oh. Seems like I can drop pretty far. Hold on B to sprint whilst moving around. You can only sprint whilst you have enough stamina. Okay. Well, at least she doesn't like get super winded and stop running, so that's nice. Ibex camp. That was close. I can feel Jati smiling behind her mask, just as I know she can feel the teeth-baring little grimace behind mine. I'm nervous, and she's softly, sweetly amused. In her eyes, I probably have very little to worry about. You know you have nothing to worry about, don't you, Sable? I know. I tell Jati that I know, but that it hasn't quite sunk in yet. She chuckles. I promise you, Sable, you're fine. But I do know how you are. You're going to be nervous until you've started, and then you'll act like you've been doing it your whole life. Remember the first time you rode a bike? You wouldn't even let me put you on the seat. You were so afraid. Your hands were like little claws gripping onto me. I feel the memory in my fingers. But then I promised you it was going to be all right. I told you how much I loved riding my bike as a young woman, and how wonderful the wind felt through fabric. Suddenly, there you were. You sat down. You leaned forward and put those little grasping claws on the handles, and you were off. And I remember thinking, just watching you tear over the sand. Look at her. She can do whatever she wants. Jati reaches out and places a hand on the edge of my mask. And you can, Sable. I take a breath. I think I'm ready. I thank Jati for the encouragement and tell her with a nod that I think I'm ready. I know you are, so let's get you started. You'll need to talk to Hilal and Driss. Driss should already have made the arrangements for your bike, and Hilal will share something. Well, let's say as useful as it is fun. I think I might suspect what Jati's saying, but I stay quiet. After that, I suppose we'll see you off. What if I choose the wrong path? I asked Jati what would become of me if I choose the wrong path. There are no wrong paths, Sable, or right ones. I'll be glad if you choose to stay with the Ibexi, but truth be told, I'll be glad no matter what, so long as you're happy. Whatever you decide, you do so with my blessing, so don't try using me as an excuse to come home early, eh? She knows me. Now go speak with Hilal. I'll be there to see you off. And speak to Driss as well. I've told him to arrange your bike with Cizo, but you know how he is. I have something to give you, a compass to help you on your journey. It's the same one I used on my gliding. An artifact, you might say. I take the device in my palm. It fits naturally there, perfectly weighted and crafted. Each component slides together with incredible, satisfying precision. Thank you. Go on. Go now. Go on. It's nearly time. Need to complete the tasks for Hilal and Driss. So here's my compass. There's north. Those are probably waypoints. Does she have anything else to say? Jati greets me warmly. Hello, little glider. What was your gliding like? I asked Jati about her gliding. Tell you what, I'll tell you when you get back. I cross my arms in protest. Pout all you want. I don't want to spoil any surprises. She lowers her voice to a whisper. But I did meet some crystal farmers once. Crystal farmers! And that's all I'll say about that. You should get going. Does that mean I can talk to her, or there's something else she has to say? I guess I'll figure that out. What the heck? What is it? Post box. Hello, Sable. Unread messages, 0. Have a good day. All right. I forgot your name, sir. Hilal? As I approach Hilal, they give an enthusiastic wave. I've always appreciated Hilal's verve and vigor, and on a day like this, I'm ready to match it, with a touch of nerves for balance. Sable, take this. Hilal hands me a small, round stone. As it nestles in my palm, I feel a warmth not borrowed from Hilal's hands, but emanating from within. I run my thumb over it and find it softly electric, like static on cloth. I try to sound less confused than I am, but I ask Hilal what this is. Oh, Sable, you can't leave without it. What I've just given you is a gliding stone. What do you feel? I tell Hilal that I feel fuzziness. Then you're doing it right. What you feel in that stone is openness. I look at the stone. It seems quite closed. Gliding stones are vessels of the perpetual. They suck up its power like little sponges and hold it there for you to channel. Right now it's empty or dormant and waiting for you to fill it up. I ask how I can do this. Take it to the temple ruins at the edge of the canyon. You'll be able to activate it there. Hilal claps her hands twice and bobs a little. I appreciate their good mood at a time like this. Come back to me once that's done. I want to hear all about it. As I'm about to leave, Hilal stops me. Oh, you haven't gotten your bike yet, have you? It's a bit of a trek to the temple. Go see Driss. He was meant to get that ready for you, yes? I remember Jadi's words now, and tell Hilal I'll go and see Driss. This brings stones. Activate gliding stone at the altar. Okay. Oh. So that's... Just pick this one. You have anything else to say, lady? It's so strange getting called that. I tell Jadi how strange it is being called Glider instead of Sable or even Clan Child. Just trying to get you used to it. She seems to really like it, and maybe I like it too. My little glider. Where's this fool? Driss. Though I told myself not to be too eager, it's all I can do not to race up to Driss. Driss is the camp manager. He's been difficult to get a hold of lately, but now I strongly suspect that he's been working on my bike in secret. Perhaps it's extra beautiful, or has some custom feature. What will its name be, I wonder? How fast will it go? Will my legs feel sore, or will I get used to it? Driss turns with a bit of a start. Sable, hello. Jadi sent me to speak with you. Jadi sent me to speak with you. Did she? What about? I tell him it was something special, and then make a leading gesture, slowly, trying to be perfectly cool and confidential. But I can't do it. I'm too keen, and the words spill out. I asked Driss if he might, sort of, possibly, maybe have a bike for me. Your bike? He yells it like it's an idea he's just had. Your bike? Yes, of course. Right. Yes, your bike. That I prepared for you, because today is your... Did you forget? In abject horror, I gently ask if he may have forgotten. What? What? I would never. It's obviously I have your bike. By which I mean I arranged it for you in it's sort of a tutorial for you. A tutorial? Yes, exactly. A learning experience. You see, Sable, before one can own their own bike, they must prove that they can ride a bike by taking a test ride on a different bike. I think about it and find I've never heard of that part of the gliding, but just does seem earnest, sort of. So instead of worrying about your bike, I'd like you to try this bike as a test. Driss gestures to the sand cutter at his side. It's quite old and a little shabby. A tester if I've ever seen one. What's the bike's name? Just seems scandalized. That's a bit personal, don't you think? Just sandcutter will do for now. Youngsters these days, always asking questions. Now, ride the bike through the ring and back. And here's some advice for you, my young glider. Don't fall off. Don't lose your bike. When you're not riding it, your hover bike will appear as a blue icon on your compass. Okay. Cat is biting me. Okay, so that icon. Ride the sandcutters. Definitely not a test. What is this poop? Accelerate, strafe. Oh, it's like a... Okay. This thing's gonna fall apart. Did it. Wow. Thanks for that. I returned to Driss, who somehow manages to seem caught off guard despite knowing I was coming. Sable, congratulations. How was your first pre-glide ride? Any strange rattles? Unexplained hissing? Small fires? What do you mean fires? Surely you'd notice if you were on fire, even a little bit. Was that a possibility? Well, obviously it didn't happen, so I think we're fine. Driss, is the spike dangerous? Well, he doesn't finish. Have you already been by Hilal? Am I not getting a bike? Well, you're getting the use of this sandcutter. That's something, eh? You can borrow it to run your little errands. My little errands? And Hilal's got something to show you, too. Help you out with more of that, mobility you're after. With my confidence in this exercise only lightly tarnished, I thank Driss very much for his help and his bike, and I depart for Hilal. So, I depart for Hilal, but I've already spoken to him. So, I think we activate this one. What's our map? Okay. So it's like still uncovered, or it's still covered. Now let's go on this piece of crap. Chug, 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 chug. Hey, what's this? Can I take my bike in here? No. Is this where I need to go? I don't think so. Is it nighttime now? Hey, what's floating up there? Oh, this must be it. It's over here. Just a collapsed platform. I like the music. What's that sound? Oh, camera. This looks significant. A butterfly man. Holy crap, what? Oh, was that like what time it is in the lower left? Probably. I guess we'll see. Because it's going up and I haven't collected anything, so. I wonder if there's fall damage, because that was quite the fall. The stone thrums like the beat of a heart as I approach the altar. Exhilarated. I am ready for Rohana to know me. I'm ready to know myself. I feel her curiosity in this sacred place. I know I am in her sight. Trippy. Am I a star child now? Oh. Show Hilal the activated gliding stone. Press and hold A to glide in midair. What? A gliding stone. Ha! I was just not expecting that. Interesting. Birdie. Let's go the quick way. Does this last forever? Some frame issues. On Series X, come on. Okay, so it's 2 o'clock? Looks like it's 24-hour clock. Yeah, that thing was in the air. I'll have to check that out. Whee! Still no messages. When I return to Hill Owl, it's clear they know what I've just experienced. They're excited on my behalf, in a way that makes me miss them before I've even left. Isn't it incredible? How do you feel? How does it feel? Exciting. True freedom. I tell Hill Owl that hovering is exciting and ramble for a moment about all the things I'll be able to do when I'm out there in the world. Most of them involve me falling on my head and not getting hurt. I'm sure I'll come up with more in practice. Right? You can do anything you want. Hill Owl's mood doesn't darken. The sigh they let out holds a bit of sorrow. You're very lucky, you know. I miss it so much, that feeling, just floating in the breeze. But I suppose it's best that it fades with age, eh? Or else I might never have come back from my gliding. I'd just be out there, heaving myself into chasms. I'll heave myself into chasms for you. I tell how I'll throw myself into 1,000 chasms on their behalf, and they giggle. That's what I like to hear. I know people manage to keep it up, but I don't know that I've got the time to practice as much as they do. It takes a really serious focus. Allow laughs, even if there's a bit of regret in it. And I certainly haven't got that. Still, I suppose the gliding wouldn't mean much if it were all gains and no loss. I think about that, but decide there's already too much loss on my mind to consider it much further. I'm saying goodbye to my clan, my family, my home, my childhood. To lose the perpetual is a sacrifice for another time. You're going to love it out there, Sable, even when you don't. My advice? Try to have fun. There's a lot to be said about ritual and independence and all of that out there, but the world's an easier place if you put joy first. I thank Hill Owl for their advice and for their help, and tell them I'll miss them. It'll be over before you know it. A warning and a reassurance, all in one. I say goodbye to Hill Owl. Before I go, Hill Owl gestures towards the tower. It seems Cizo wishes to see me before I leave the clan. Cizo. Hill Owl quotes a selection of obscure and lyrically mediocre Ibexi historical ballads whenever I pass by. There's a great verse that says much about our folk buried under sand. Whatever, man. What you got for me? Cizo is an outclanner to the Ibexi, but I've known her for nearly as long as I can recall. and think of her more as a kind of distant relation than any sort of outsider. Machinists, I'm told, are given their posts, and by their training and their code, must go to where they are needed. But Cizo has been among us so long that it's easy to forget it's an assignment first and foremost. As far as any of us are concerned, she is one of us. I think there is a perception among the other clans that the Ibexi are quite insular, or that our designation of Ibexi versus outclanners suggests some nervous othering of those who are unlike us. But in practice, such things are more the result of our nomadic nature. We seek to know who will travel with us and who we must leave behind, but all are welcome to join. And I'm always pleased that Cizo did. Sable, how did you do, clan child? I can only think of one thing. Better now that I'm getting a bike. Cizo has a throaty quality to her voice, and it rumbles through her mask when she laughs. She's quite a serious person most days, and I'm always torn between pride and alarm when I manage to make her chuckle. Yes, Jody told me how excited you were. Cizo sniffs. She also told me Driss would be coming along to get your bike together, but I think he may have... I knew it. What? I hadn't meant to say that out loud, so I tell her I was just clearing my throat. I don't begrudge Driss his forgetfulness, where I tasked with so many odds and ends. I might be just as scattered. And besides, this will be good for you. I want you to scavenge the hoverbike parts yourself. What? It sounds like an adventure. I tell Cizo I like the sound of that. A little adventure before my big one. It's more meaningful than you know. To bond with one's bike before it has taken form is more privilege than honor. Or more privilege and labor. Here, take this. Cizo hands me something. This is a navigator. You can use it to mark waypoints on your compass. It should be useful in finding the old parts. I asked Cizo where I might start looking. Our bikes are reborn in the ruined ships, in fragments spread apart. A good start would be the ship down there near the camp. You'll find another up on that great rock, near the other side of the canyon. And another behind the old dam on the hill. Use your navigator to mark that down if you need. You'll need to gather a control panel, a power supply, and a calibrator. Do most gliders make their own bikes? Only the lucky ones. Tell Cizo I'll see her soon, and head off in search of the components. Together, we will create something new out of the old. Okay. Navigator. Using your navigator. Press right bumper to use navigator to mark interesting landmarks to appear on your compass. You can also add and remove excuse me. Where did she say? One was like over here, right? What is this line? Place marker. Interesting. Okay. It's a weird way to do it. It's an old ship. Is this it? Am I placing more than one, or am I just placing... I might just be... Oh, no. That's... Okay. We're good. Who is this? It's like a shop? A child. Cartographer. Cartographer Jordan. Ah, greetings, child. Saw you looking longingly at my great balloon. Quite a piece of work, isn't she? She really is. I nod enthusiastically. It really is an impressive vessel. However nervous I get, imagine being up there all alone. I wonder if anyone's ever fallen off of one. Best not to ask right now. Well, good to meet you. And, oh, I should introduce myself. I'm Jordan. I tell him I'm Sable. Suppose if you come all this way to see me, it's probably a map you're after, eh, Sable? I would love a map. Of course you would. That'll be 50 cuts. To my ears, it's a fair price for a map, but too expensive for a pre-gliding glider with empty pockets. I told Jordan I'll be back. I need to ask Jody for some money. Farewell, child. The balloon was more fun than the person in it. Okay. Who was Jody? Who's this person? I'm running out of voices. As she looks out across the landscape, Zeki's shoulders sag a little. I wonder what she's thinking about. Something on your mind? Zeki's voice is weakly incredulous. I don't know how she's done it. That's Ilaria over there. I follow her gaze to a little speck in the distance, which I now understand is her daughter, Ilaria. Do you want me to get her back? Zeki shakes her head. No, she's fine. And I'll get her, She shrugs. Parenting. Suppose I'll know about that when I'm older. Okay. Is that her kid up there? Whatever. Jody was this person. Let's see if I can ask her for money. Get some cuts. Oh, Jody, give me some money. Oh, that's CISO. Atomic calibrator, atomic tower supply control. Okay. Whoa, atomic. All right. Do I know a Jody? Is that the lady I first met? I tell Jody that the cartographer wants 50 cuts for a map of the Ewer. I try to hedge the way I speak about this, as I'm not entirely sure whether that's too much, not enough, or precisely its value. She tells me not to worry. Here's some money to get you going on your journey. Use it mostly wisely, and then a little unwisely when the mood strikes. It's good to know the value of money, but you never want to be ruled by it. I thank Jady effusively and head out on my way. Sweet. Okay, I'm going to buy that before I head out. Can I make it from here? Not much stamina. Kid, I think your mom's looking for you. Wow. Greetings, child. I'll buy that map. Perfect. Let's trade then. Map of the Ewer, sold by members of the Cartography Guild. I seem to have nothing left for you. I thank Jordan for the Ewer map and all its vast possibilities. Something about this makes it feel more real. Good luck with your gliding, Sable. I still remember mine. I asked how it was. Short. I knew since I was a boy that cartography was for me, but I spent a little extra time out there just to enjoy the world. Speaking of, keep an eye on the skies, eh? Plenty of my colleagues out there, and they'll have more maps to sell you, from Hakoa to the Sodic Waste. I thank Jordan for the tip and say goodbye. Farewell, child. I did it. Okay. Yeah. Oh yeah, who's this guy? Umar is a man of few words, and he's nothing if not consistent. Okay. Oh, they're so cute. They're making sheep noises. Eat that. Can I pet them? Alright, where did I park? Whee! Can't use the navigator while I'm on this thing. Okay, so it's those are the waypoints, I guess. Weird, the camera doesn't like recenter itself. Oh, hello. Is this spaceship ship? It looks quite advanced. I'm gonna talk to the computer. There's nothing of use to be found in the ship, but I notice a blinking light flashing on the dashboard of the cockpit. Push the button. A voice crackles from the machinery in front of me. It sounds like a recording. It's barely audible. Stop messing around with those buttons, you absolute idiot. Sorry, Ramen. Concentrate. I don't think I have to remind you how much work it was to get this far. We're almost there. Alright, let's see if what that old machinist told us holds up. If not, they're held to pay. I hear the sound of mechanical adjustments being made. 3 clicks. Buttons pressed, perhaps? Okay, when I push this orange thing, pull that lever. Hard. Yes, Ramen. Sound of a click and a loud grunt before a snapping sound. Oh, on Rohana's mask. Not that hard. You've torn it out. Suddenly the speakers are filled with static and a low rumble that gradually increases in pitch. Then the sounds of someone cheering. It worked! We're flying! More cheering. Is that the sound of someone dancing? Okay, let's focus. This thing is moving fast. We need to slow it down a bit. How do we do that, Ramen? Let me check the machinist's notes. The long pause, the rumbling static sound that started playing when the ship took off, is still increasing in pitch. Ramen? That lever, Toma. The one you just ripped out. We're going too fast, we're gonna crash. We need to try to... The recording cuts off there. Good job, guys. So... What the heck? Are you looking for a calibrator? I am immediately on guard. Saima has always been a mischief maker and taken tremendous pleasure in tormenting me. In theory, I am older, more experienced, and should be more than able to withstand it. In practice, you won't find it here. I've hidden it. You'll never find it. Never. Never. She never fails to get to me. Yep, you're a horrible child. Saima laughs off my irritation, but I'm not going to give her the satisfaction. I cross my arms and try to effect a change. I'll give you the calibrator. I put out my hand, proud of myself for standing tall before Saima. If you give me some beetles, that's a fair trade, isn't it? Something you want for something I want? I try to decide if it's more mature to push her over and steal the calibrator or to acquiesce. But then I simply stifle a sigh and shake her little hand. Perhaps some of the adults in the camp know where I can find some. You little turd. Okay, well, let's see what else I can find here. Just in case I need to ask someone else something else. It was like here, right? I think. Crap. Yeah, I think this is it. I can make it. I can make it. I can do it. I can do it. Oh, barely. Can't tell if the camera's showing me where to go or just going rogue. It's an interesting structure. Hey, chest. Money. What'd they call them? This looks promising. Atomic power supply. Sweet. This is still on. I don't think that's safe. Anything else up here? Yeah. All right. Ooh. Cuts. A cache of 100 cuts made from metal harvested from crashed ships. They have holes punched through the middle where a rope can be slid through for easy and convenient transportation. Cuts. Okay. So there's money chests around, it would seem. Where must she up? There it is. Alright, let's go to the dam. I can't tell if those are spaceships or just like sand ships. Oh, hello. Didn't see that. Give me that money. Behind the dam. I'm on the lookout for treasure. Am I supposed to drive in here? So yeah, see, there's like wooden boats. Box. That's random. It still works. It is a door. A rather large door. Tough puzzle. Atomic control panel. Is that it? Just curious. I do like the art style. Let's get on top. That's not climbable. Oh, I thought everything was climbable. All right. Let's see. Ask around the camp to find out how to catch beetles. Oh, camera's a bit janky. Okay. Whoa. Is that treasure? You gotta check it out. Sweet. What's all this then? Beetles. Can I catch them without being told how? You're scared. Alright, let's see. Oh, you probably crouch. I don't know, man. This game's kind of buggy, and I don't want to. I don't want to catch him without her having told me how, and then I freaking bug out the quest. What the heck is that? It's like a gross worm thing. What the hell? Chum egg? What? Offered up by chums when planting themselves into the ground. Perfectly smooth and hard as a rock, these eggs seem to float with how light they are. There must be a good place to deliver these. Okay. So it seems like there's a lot of collectible stuff. Wish I had a boost. This thing's slow as balls. I thought maybe there'd be money there. Alright. Is this guy still doing hay? God damn, dude. You know how to get beetles? No. Am I gonna steal someone's money? Yes, I am. Hey, lady. Beetles. Hey, I could ask about catching beetles for that awful little Sima. Do you know where I can find some beetles? There's a nest of beetles just east of here. You can't just walk up to one and catch it, though. There's some seeds growing on the rocks around the nest. Drop a seed on the floor, and the beetle will start eating it. Then you can sneak up and grab it. Zeki looks concerned. Hilaria, how did you even get up there? That little... Children have no fear. Okay. So... That's the beetle nest that I found, so I need seeds. Not seeing any seeds. I'm assuming they would have a white icon on them if I could interact. I'm gonna get you. Can you just catch them without using a seed? Yeah. Oh, you little jerk. The heck seeds are you talking about? She said they were around the beetles, right? Ugh. Where? There's beetle nests. Beetles are afraid of people. To catch one, I'll have to distract it with some food. Oh, hello. Oh, cool. Oh, I can add markers from here. Okay, so that's interesting. Oh, that must be the temple I came from. Hey, it's one of those things. I gotta get it. Come here, chum. Okay. Crap. I don't know what I'm doing. Hey. Where are the seeds? Here? Ugh. Guess I'll go ask that lady again. I don't know. Should pay more attention. Here? It's like just shrubbery. Or maybe I'll ask someone else in town. I swear to God, she said the seeds were around there. Beetles. Seeds growing on the rocks around the nest. On the rocks around the nest. Okay. On the rocks, like on the side of the rocks, right next to the nest, or on the rocks, like on top of the rocks that I was just on. Looking for seeds. Not those. Are these them? Oh my god, I'm an idiot. Come get it. What the heck? It's lunch. That sounded like a... oh, here we go. Yellow elephant beetle. We got different kinds of beetles. Ooh. Ah! You jerks. Is it because two of them were eating it? Do I have to sneak? No, I don't. Get it. No, whatever. Maybe it would be useful to get another one, but whatever. All right, you dumb jerk kid. Let's do this.